are capable of putting up big numbers.
Natural letdown that you're not facing Draymond and Steph.
Right. It's a different energy when you're facing those stars. But when those stars aren't present, can you bring that same energy? And that's why I say today it's more about Pels versus human nature.
And also, first 12 minutes are very important for the Pels. You remember they gave up 40. Don't play catch-up all night because of the next three quarters they were dead even basically with Phoenix. But down by 11 at the end of the first quarter, giving up way too many points.
I'm so interested to see the game that B.I. plays. Averaging 13 points per game over the last two, but being very aggressive and honestly not hitting some shots that we're accustomed to him making.
So it's controlled by the Pels. And don't forget the prior 11 games for Brandon. He was exceptional as he gets into the paint. Finger rolls it home. Now remember, and I'm glad you brought it up, the previous 11 before the two you were talking about, averaged 28 on 51% shooting with 6 boards, 6 dimes.
But he's a rhythm guy. He's a rhythm guy. And if you remember prior to that, there was a little bit of struggle of him trying to find his rhythm again.
Backdoor run. They'll do it all night if you let him. Managed. Gary Payton II.
I tell you what, his dad was a heck of a player, but his dad was not that athlete.
No.
He was not that athlete right there.
3 ball. Valanciunas coming up short. Josh keeps it alive, but it's deflected over to Andrew Wiggins.
Gary Payton's a great story. He is a fantastic story, man.
He's 28 years old. He's been in the G League. He's been with a couple of other teams. Wiggins. And picked up by Devontae, but held from behind. So there's an early foul on Gary Payton II. And I'm glad you brought it up, though, because that's the story of perseverance, is Gary Payton II.
Right. They've created a culture of overachievement. That's what makes Golden State who they are. This roster is full of guys that are overachieving with where they've been drafted or the outlook on them.
Devontae.
Nice, Devontae.
You said little runner before the big could impact the play. And the first lead of the game for the Pels. Yeah, Gary Payton II, he's out of Oregon, a 28-year-old who played in the G League last year. And it's got to be tough. Your dad's a Hall of Famer. Come on. The expectations.
Well, shoot, the difficult part is just to make it.
Right. Boom. A little bit strong is Valanciunas.
Like, I get the whole, you got to be tough as far as succeeding is concerned, but shoot, you won a 450 in the world. You ain't got nothing to hang your head about.
Now Ingram, big size advantage on Payton. Rising. And an air ball. Valanciunas had it taken away, but his last touch by Kevon Looney. 8 on the shot clock. So good job. Let's face it, Gary Payton II giving up, 3, 4, 5 inches?
He's their best defender.
Right.
He's their best defender. So when it's all said and done and you get Klay Thompson back, there are some things that are obviously going to change, but Gary Payton is still going to get consistent minutes.
Herb. Now, deep into the shot clock. Brandon knows it, too. Going up against Wiggins. Stays with the play. 4-point game, 4 points early for Brandon Ingram.
It's just a matter of time before we see B.I., just like he did a little while ago, like you referenced, play himself right back into rhythm.
Yeah, explode. Explode with a big one and it carries over, and then, as you said, put together a string like we saw.
And he has to be the best player on the floor tonight, though.
Payton, a little bit long. And Herb, he's got it up ahead. If he can get it to Devontae, you got to take the layup. He was worried about Jordan Poole coming into the equation. So wasted opportunity for the Pels in transition. Poole on the flyby. Too good a look. And real short as Josh will pick it up.
Jordan Poole could score, man. 32 points a couple nights ago against the Miami Heat.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like Valanciunas picking it up and going right back up with it. He can't finish it, but Brandon Ingram created contact. And you said it before, the respect factor.
Well, it's a lot easier to not.
How about that takeaway?
That's nice. Or to the ground.
Yeah, he leads all rookies in steals, so we're not surprised. He's second among rookies in blocks behind Evan Mobley, who could be Rookie of the Year. It'll be a turnover for Wiggins. Going the distance, and the foul by Brandon Ingram.
To go back to B.I., I feel like it's a lot easier to not, or to swallow your whistle when you have a guy that's not complaining every time down.
Right.
You'll never see B.I. complain to the official that he's being hit. Nothing like he'll go over and he'll talk to him with respect. And then you see other guys throughout this league that will almost berate officials.
Well, and they every time out.
Right, and then they get the benefit of that whistle. I said on the pregame show, I would love to see B.I. I would love to see B.I. a couple games, just be a jerk. 1 minute. Be a jerk.
How do you really feel?
Yeah, just be a jerk and see if you can get the benefit of a whistle.
Yeah,
because what he's not receiving right now, I'm not okay with.
Well, it's rare when he gets more than 4 or 5 free throws a game. Right. Let's face it.
And it's not like he's just strictly shooting jump shots. He's attacking the rim.
Mid-range was a really good look for Devontae at the high post. So, 3-point game. Wiggins with Looney. You don't have to guard out there. This guy you got to guard everywhere, though. Otto Porter. Good 3-point.
Never stop moving.
Yeah. And they can't make it right now early, as they have started 1 for 6 on the take. Josh with a good drive and kick. Ingram. 3 ball. Too strong. And Looney picks up the board. So the Pelicans, despite 1 for 6 for Golden State, they're only 3 for 9. And Wiggins, they are now 1 for 7, 0 for 5 of their triples. They only shot 17% of their triples last night. So season low, 82 points for them last night in Dallas. And it was Dirk Nowitzki night. So Mavs were pumped up just a little bit as they retired his jersey. Shot clock coming down on Devontae. He'll take the 3. End of the shot clock. Looney will take the rebound. 4.5 minutes in. And a quiet start offensively. This is a good defensive team, by the way, so you better score when you can. And real short. Now, Josh may have gotten away with a hand on the hip. Who will look back?
Attack here.
Yep.
You got to attack.
They're not set on defense. It's early in the shot clock. Yeah, Josh is available.
And that's a good look. It's a good look. Kevon Looney did an excellent job of disrupting that because Devontae Graham had a layup right at the rim.
Wasted opportunities early for the Pels just about 5 minutes in. They have not succeeded a lot against this franchise in recent years, but nobody else has either. The 12-5 road record for the Warriors. Valanciunas out of the arc.
Getting great looks, though.
Right.
Both teams are getting really good looks. It's just been a very, very ugly 6 minutes, 5 minutes of action.
Payton thought about the triple off the Porter pick. Good job by Devontae. Jump that well to the baseline. 5 of the shot clock for Andrew Wiggins. Bouncing around with Hart. That's going to be short. 2 of the 8 give it right to Looney. Yeah. 2 talk to each other, and that's just incidental by Brandon Ingram and Valanciunas. 1-point game. They had missed their last 8 shots, the Warriors, but that was a gift. Brandon constantly on the move. And he's got the switch. Good move on Looney. Make a pay.
I like it. I like it.
And Looney wasn't going to be able to track him, was he?
Right, not at all. But he caught it in his hot zone. When B.I. catches that ball in his hot zone, the efficiency is through the roof.
6 of the first 8 for the Pels. Belonging to Brandon, he's at about 23 a game.
It's a good fight by Devontae Graham. Don't give up that post position. Make it work.